would you say Forex trading is like betting?
As a professional trader and a mentor, I want to ask you a question.
Okay.
In your own opinion, without having wow knowledge about trading, like just answer me with your simple thoughts. Like, what is trading for you, both of you?
Since you always say I'm your consultant,
Yes.
did you take
Okay.
did you take your did you take my advice? You remember before Trump was elected to
Yeah.
be president,
Yeah.
the
The bad thing that
it was at 60 something,
the
and then now again it's on free fall again. You know, the markets are like crashing, not crashing, but there's something going on. You know,
ups and
with the
downs.
ups and downs for cryptocurrency.
Yeah.
Yes, you wanted to say something. Sorry
I
for.
said like I have you like as a really financial consultant.
But now we even have someone who we can both consult. You know.
So that's
And-
your secret weapon.
I consult her from time to time. You know.
Now I know the resource.
Yeah, you don't have to come through me. You've cut out the middleman.
Yeah, it's much faster.
Much faster and more efficient, you know. Should we introduce you as Ace Dos, or which name do you want to go by?
AKA. If you want to mention both.
Can you
No.
pronounce my name and surname? It's hard.
It's hard, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, just say.
What is your last
I said Lucidva.
You see, it's difficult.
hard.
So just say, today we have,
The one, the only.
yes. Okay. Today I'm actually happy to have my mentor, Ace. She's here on the Brew on the podcast with us today to share some little secrets about the financial realm.
So that's the secret guest you mentioned last episode.
Yes, that's the secret, and we would like to welcome you to Brew.
Okay, guys, thank you for inviting me. I'll try my best to be useful and answer all your questions and help you to better understand what's going on and to be better in finance.
So grab your pens and notebooks, because today is the day you become a millionaire.
Yes, let's go. That was my first question. How do I become a millionaire? I'm so in a hurry to do that.
to reach a million?
Yeah.
Soon, bro. You're close, you know. If
You know what? Let me start off with this.
Okay.
Long time ago, a million was a number. Like if someone has a million, you're like, oh, that guy has a million. Now it's not a scary number anymore.
Yeah.
Now if you have a million, you're like, you can buy 2 houses. You see?
Where? 2 houses where?
Exactly. Where?
1.5.
Yeah, 1.5, right?
Yeah.
Like now a million is enough for you to buy a house and a car.
But
But maybe start a business. Maybe.
a coffee shop.
A coffee-
The easiest entry to any market now, bro. Have you seen how many, not only in okay, about Africa, I always tell you,
Yeah.
it's like 10, 15 years behind, you know.
Mhm.
So this is the purpose of coffee culture.
Yeah.
The way coffee culture is my brand. So
Yeah.
keep a close eye. Those who want to invest
K. Coffee culture with K. KK.
with KK, you know. Yeah.
Okay, the thing is that, first of all, about investing for 1 million, as Abdulrahman mentioned, actually, he's not following even here the risk management. He just wants to spend all his 1 million by buying a house and a car. What about car insurance? What about
See?
extra things about
Exactly.
how you are going to buy furniture? He's not thinking of it, right? He doesn't want like end up by spending all his money to get it. But what about equipment? Any car you buy, you at least should to have as an extra 3 more car of the price of it, so you can handle it in case of situations. That is also type of the risk management you have to follow in any trading in case in the future.
And this has always been my honest, you know, people when they think of trading, you know, I don't know, it's maybe I'll blame it on the,
Media.
no, not on the media. I'll blame it on the traders. The guy will post maybe with a Lamborghini or something, you know.
Yeah.
So that gives an image that, this guy traded $100 and from $100 he made 10 million or 5 million. You see, this is the image that people like most. I won't say I'm an expert or I know much about trading, but this is the perspective that a lot of people, that's the lens that people choose to, because it's how it's been marketed to them.
Has been
For example,
portrayed.
portrayed. So you see, most people think, if I start trading today, they become greedy before, because in their head they're already saying, I'm already imagining I've got a house, I've got this, So what's your take on that perception? Like, do people get rich? Because people are not shown the other side of losing, and a lot of people, they lose all their money trying to trade or trying to recover. Would you say forex trading is like betting?
Actually, first of all, mainly.
Or
mainly
if, sorry to cut you, let me just add it on so that I don't follow up the question. Is there any strategy that you use, or if you can just break it down also, so that Mr. Abdul
Don't I think or two about it.
Okay,
about
before I'm going to explain, as a professional trader and a mentor, I want to ask you a question.
Okay.
In your own opinion, without having wow knowledge about trading,
Cool.
like just answer me with your simple thoughts, like what is trading for you, both of you?
That's a very good question. So
Yes.
look, I am new to this.
Okay.
And the only reason why I started is because I want to do something for my son's future. I don't really do futures. I'm the kind of the old school who I'm like, you know what? Let me go for the trusted coins, the popular one, deposit money on it, and just send it for the long run. So I'm not that much into it, but I'm gonna take the chance today. I'm gonna ask a few questions. Maybe I will, but like I know, as I've mentioned earlier, there's like a huge misconception. People think that it's like one click away to become a millionaire. It's the fastest way. Well, I'm like, I know it's not the fastest way. So for me, trading, let me, I don't know if I want to put it in my own words, which might be wrong. A digital way to do some trading, sometimes you invest into stocks, the old school way. The stocks, you invest into this stock and that stock when it comes to
SP500, for example.
for example, yeah. But you do it on a much shorter term, like much riskier way, because I don't know, the shorter the term is, the much more money you're gonna win or lose. So that's for me trading.
How about you?
Me, to be honest, I think in a way, everything, stocks, all these things, for me, it's, how can I say? It's like when you play, for example, a football bet, which team's gonna win?
Yes.
Okay?
Okay.
And there's like different odds, both teams to score, all this, all this. That's how you, I'm explaining this in perspective from a lot of people, or what I hear people asking about trading. So a lot of people are like, okay, what signal do I have to do? Number one. Number two, what strategy do I have to do? Which trades should I go into? I'm not really that deep. So, as I said, my mentor being here, you today, because most of my what you call assumptions about trading is what I've just explained to you. For example, trading in stock market also, I would really say it's like playing a bet, if you ask me, because you really don't know unless if you've got inside information. For example, let's say you are Trump's friend, or you're someone in the government, because most stocks or whatever, it's based on the political realm. These two, I think they go hand in hand, because for example, if the Fed, which is the Federal Reserve of America, if they make a decision today, it's going to affect you financially, negatively or positively. Am I wrong? Am I on the right track, or I'm just yipping?
Like basically, the most people are mistaken that trading is just the digital thing, but actually, mainly even trade is like, for example, if you bring the coffee, you can be also trader. For example, where are you bringing the coffee from? So you are in here, even you are a trader automatically. If you will start bringing, for example, cars from US and sell in Zimbabwe, for example, you are already a trader. Trader, it's not just stocks, crypto and the Forex. And the main people has mistaken, number one, the mistake, it's knowledge. Many people feels like it's a gambling. No, there is specific numbers, there is analysis. You understand? Which people is not ready to spend time and be patient to go through it, to know exact specific things when to buy and when to sell. It's the same, for example, everything has supply and demand.
Yes.
For example, you can be bringing a lot of coffee, but you might not have demand.
We
You
can
need
be
people.
bringing too many cars.
Yes, who is
Yeah.
Yeah.
and not selling it, it's also a crash as well.
It will crash, yeah. So now, if you were to help us understand more about risk management and all these kind of things, we would appreciate it more. I think a lot of people don't consider risk management when they take any trade, because I've seen some guys trading. I've learned how to trade. I'm gonna put $1,000, hoping to triple it or whatever, you know. So next thing, you lose that money and you feel bad, and now you're contacting your mentor. Why did I lose my money, bro? You pressed the button by yourself.
You know, this is why I see a lot of people getting in like fast, but leaving much faster. Because, I mean, you as a beginner, you don't really know everything. And a lot of people mistakenly, they don't test the water with one foot, they go with both feet. You see? So, and as you said, the moment they lose money, they blame it on the person that they brought them into this
Yeah.
field. So have you faced something like this before?
But
Like people
Yeah.
blamed you?
Yeah, of course. It's not easy. First of all, even nowadays to find the right mentors, it's also hard. I have been looking for mentors online, offline, no matter. Also, I have been also passing through buying the online signal groups, which was just a scam. The most people, they sell the signals, but they will have mainly two groups. For example, in one group, they say long, another group, they say short, for example. Those people has no knowledge. They just want to gain through selling you the signals, but it's not right ones. And before you are going to find the right information or right strategy or even risk management, you are going to spend time as well for it.
So your journey was not as smooth as it seems now.
At all.
Do you want to share with us? Because, you know, most of the time you can't separate between, in these trading things, it's really difficult to navigate, you know,
Of course.
because some people are not genuine. There are people out there, their main aim is to scam you.
Yes.
From the beginning, this is
like
their objective.
the main goal.
Yeah. The main goal is just to scam you, you know.
And it is easy, actually. This field makes it easy
Easier
for you to
for you.
scam or be scammed.
Yes. It's just like entering any market, you know. If you don't have knowledge, bro, for example, you say, that guy is making money, open the coffee shop. Let me open one coffee shop as well. But you don't have the knowledge, you don't have the background, you don't know the profit margins, you don't know anything, as you mentioned. You just want to throw your money there, you know. So when you throw your money, but before I get to that point, there's something that I want to ask. Why is it every time when you trade? I don't know if it's a coincidence or it actually really happens. Let's say your first trade, you throw in $5 and you're going to get maybe back $80.
Yes.
You see, have you seen those memes and all
Yes.
that? Is this true? Is this a misconception or it's true?
Well, if you have the right knowledge and you are going to do it on time, it's possible. But
I've never seen someone who's thrown in maybe, let's say, $5 and lost that $5 immediately.
No.
I know it happens. You see, so that's why it mostly looks like it's what? It's a scam.
It's a
you
scam,
know?
a gamble.
That's why it's like a gamble. Yeah.
okay, and there is many differences between what you are saying. Mostly you are talking about meme coins, or you are pumping or you are dumping. It's the same thing, yes. If you go to casino and you play roulette, because there is a lot of numbers and colors, you don't know which one is going to come out next.
And
or
the chances of you
Yes,
winning is
exactly.
much higher.
It's much higher.
Exactly.
Ah,
But
I
once
see.
you catch one of them, it's good.
It's good.
And before that, you have to research about very fundamental analysis and the team behind that specific meme coin.
I see.
Yep.
This is why it's like, you know, I was like pyramid schemes, you know. I always tell people, don't be afraid of pyramid schemes. Join them when they start, you know.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Join them when they start.
Be a
And-
part of them.
Yes.
Cash out and leave, you
And
know.
leave.
Or if you want, you can throw something.
Remember? Earth, fire,
Yes,
water.
fire, all these kind of things.
The more like he was making money, and he was like, "Bro, join." I was like, "Bro, I don't believe in this like pyramid scheme." The moment
The moment
I
you
joined,
joined, it was done, bro.
it was
You were left, you lose your money, you know. So that's
On that note, it's a little bit like weird.
weird.
Do you think, for example, let's go for Forex and cryptocurrency and stuff like this,
Okay.
should be included into the curriculum of schools and universities?
Actually, basically, government doesn't want us to know much about it because banks and the other government sort of things is also included to it.
Yes.
The institutions. That's
Yes.
how they make their money. back
Exactly,
then.
because government trying to teach us to be regular, be a teacher, be a civil engineer or whatever. And
Tell
the
me
same-
about it.
So we're going to just skip for this before anything. No comments.
That's wise. That's wise.
Yeah.
Because opening a wallet, sometimes you don't even need to add an ID.
An ID, yeah.
You see, but opening a bank, you have to
Yeah.
provide every single piece of
This is
information.
now why sorry, I think this is a bit off topic, but it also supports in a way. We're going to talk about another network that just came up, but I don't want to point fingers and I don't want to say the wrong thing. To be honest, now I think people are making money from KYC than actually trading,
Yes.
For those who know.
What KYC is used for.
KYC is used for, that's going to be your own homework. That's what you should research. Be careful. Don't say I didn't warn or tell you.
Yeah.
So risk management.
Risk your manager.
Yes. So any tips on why this was still on this?
Actually, first of all, everyone should understand differences between digital trading types, like you have mentioned before. It's stocks, Forex, and cryptocurrency. That's the number one thing, because all of them actually same, but at the same time they are different.
Okay.
So mostly, for example, stocks, it's normal, regular, what you use, either stocks for Apple stocks, Netflix, you can be part of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And invest in that as well. But it's mostly for longer terms. So for Forex, it's any currency. It can be dollar to Turkish lira, dollar to like anything, like a euro to pounds. You can also trade. And the cryptocurrency, you already know that it's digital currency, which you can trade as well. And some of currencies, they have their own blockchain through what you can see and earn by trading. But actually, the number one difference is that Forex is mostly centralized because it's related to the banks. Banks, the mostly who use the cryptocurrency.
So there's centralized and there's decentralized
Yes, it's very
cryptocurrency. So you need to know this before you open a wallet as well.
Exactly.
You need to know if you want to be DeFi or you want to be centralized. For example, I'll give examples. MetaMask, for example, is a cold wallet. It's decentralized. Then we've got Binance, for example, that's centralized. It can be controlled in a way,
Yeah.
Exactly.
But earlier you mentioned, let's say, stocks and whatever. For a person that didn't have knowledge when it comes to, let's say, finance and trading, whatever, stocks comes with, let me call it, logic. And excuse me if I say, like, let's say, crypto doesn't have a logic. Maybe it does, but I don't understand it. For example, I didn't have much knowledge about stocks, but I understood the logic when Corona first hit. I was chatting with a friend of mine who lives in Miami, and I told him, I believe right now that Corona is like there and lockdown is coming to like all the countries. I think it is wise to invest into media streaming platforms. And he was like, what do you mean? I was like, maybe Netflix, because Netflix is going to make shitload of money. Everyone's going to stick at home.
Of course.
I was like, and the cinema is going to crash. Maybe you can invest into the cinema after it crashes, because Corona and the lockdown is not going to stay forever.
Yeah.
And he did. And he made shitload of money. So unfortunately, this is another limit we have. Where we are right now, you have to use a lot of VPNs and a lot of things for you to invest into, for example, stocks.
Stocks, yeah.
But as I said, there was a logic behind it. Does crypto have the same logic?
It's not the same, but you can say that it's parallel.
Like predictable?
Yes, predictable. Because again, there is supply and demand in everything.
Yes.
That's economics 101,
Exactly. So basically, when you are trading, as I said again, if you have the right knowledge, you can predict anything. Like literally, was it gold, it commodities, or is it ETFs or shares? If you are, as you mentioned, if you are sure that Corona is came, Netflix is going to boom, you can just go and share. It's also part of the knowledge that if you think in your minds that because of Corona, Netflix is pumping, why not? It's also a type of sentimental analysis. If you feel like something is coming, for example, when I don't know if you have heard about Trump coin.
Yes.
You know, when
I was
he
about to
got
mention it, yeah.
yes, Trump got selected, it just was boom because everyone was thinking, but it ended up like just in a couple of days it went to $80 to $10 back. There is analysis.
This is exactly what I was about to talk about, like next. For example, yeah, some of the predictable things are risky as well. Because, for example, you told me, go for Trump coin if he gets elected, or go into crypto generally.
Crypto, yeah. I'm like, sell your house, sell your car, sell your child, sell
like
sell your
invest.
kidneys.
You see?
You know?
But as we were talking once about when you teach, you understand better. And like now, when I talk, the things are crossing my mind that didn't cross my mind earlier. For example, I personally, as I said, again, I don't know much about crypto. I invest into not meme coin or not political related coins. I go for like Bitcoin.
Okay.
Like what do they call it?
But you can't Litecoin also.
The systematic one that is not related to a person
USDT
controlling
and all these kind of things. What I wanted to say to you, the market doesn't say, okay, Bitcoin is going to move by itself, or this other coin is going to move by itself. Whatever the news, because if you want or if you don't want, bro, believe it, the news or what's going around globally affects those currencies.
Of course.
You see, so you can't turn a blind eye. This is why normally I don't like watching news because it's okay. I just don't watch news.
There was a video once, I don't know whether the Chinese government or American government, I don't really remember it, when the Bitcoin crashed.
Yeah.
They were like waiting for the screens. They knew that it's gonna crash. Someone did something to make it crash, and then they were and then they were celebrating that it crashed.
Yeah.
So it still scares me that even the coins that you think that no one is controlling it in the back, they are still being controlled in the back. So do you think it is being controlled? Someone behind the screen, a greater conspiracy, clicks green and red?
The thing is that mostly you have to watch after big whales who is holding real big amounts. They're the game changers. They call them as market makers. If you are smart enough, it can be banks. Banks also holding huge amounts of.
For example, Tesla, because when there's a time I remember when Tesla actually bought Bitcoin, did you see how it depends how influential the institution or the person is, to be holding, because these are the people that are actually, as she said, controlling the market. So at any time they can dump. I'm not going to be able to explain this because I don't know if it's my English or it's my logic. But when you dump something into a market, what happens? Let's say you dump a lot of cars into a market. What happens? What happens to the demand? Does it increase or does it drop?
No, it drops.
Okay, so this is what the guys do, in my own opinion. They always try and disrupt the market for their own gain. The guy today, I'm just assuming, also, I don't know how the guys think. The guy's like, shit, I need to buy a house, or I need to invest in something. I need to make money. He already knows what's going to happen because he's a big player in the market. Like, let me drop the Bitcoin or let me increase the Bitcoin. He makes his profit. I told you about another guy also who's got 1 million. He's like, bro, me, I don't do anything.
Just put it.
My 1 million, I keep it my 1 million. Oh, if it drops less than that, he has Bitcoin. He's like, but bro, what's 2% of 1 million increase? Yeah. He's like, sometimes maybe I make 5% increase. He's like, I withdraw that money. I use it for my other and leave the million there. I go invest in my other project. That it sounds dumb, but it's very simple logic, Every time, sometimes like I leave it. It goes maybe to 110 or something. I leave it. but I always withdraw my gains and reinvest them somewhere else. Maybe it's in real estate or something, you know, because if you take all your eggs and put them in one basket, you know what happens. You have to invest in different places. There was someone who was telling me, people are always saying, I invested in Bitcoin many years ago. And he was telling me, if you look at the return on investment of that money that you had put at that time, the guy told me if I had started the company, for example, it would have made me much more than Bitcoin was going to give me. For example, if I had invested in, let's say, properties with that money, and was showing me the amount of times that Bitcoin has dropped and come out. It's like that time I could have made twice with that money, like working capital, you know. I would have made so much money and from those profits reinvested again in Bitcoin. It's like a lot of people say, it was a smart move to invest back then. But here you've got what you call opportunity cost.
Yeah.
Your money is tied up into somewhere. You cannot liquidate it. With that money, if you use it as working capital, who knows? It's another risk. You might have made much more money than some people. People are only seeing it now because it has increased that time. But think of the time it has taken 10 years, 8 years for it to increase to that value. With that money that you have gained, how much would you have made if you had thought of something different, you know?
For example, on that note, you are a civil engineer and you've done things related to all sorts of businesses, like
Of course.
a hard-working woman, a self-made woman. You've done something related to real estate, right?
Yeah, of
I've
course.
done my research about you.
Okay.
We all have done something with real estate. I always tell people, no matter how field you are in, doctor, you are a sailor.
You've done something related to real estate.
We all come back to real estate, you know?
Yeah, it is like the alpha of all businesses. My question is, you've done all these kind of businesses and now your main job, your main, let me say, occupation is
Your cash cow.
it's like trading and finance.
Yeah.
He mentioned $1 million. Now you have $1 million, so comfortable. It's like out of your budget. In what were you going to put it? If you're comfortable sharing this piece of advice.
The thing is that actually, if you hold it in different places, as Ives was mentioning, it's very right way. It doesn't mean that you have to just concentrate in one thing. Again, risks are everywhere. Even if, let's say, I bought the land or latest villa in Turkey, or Cyprus, and you know what happened in Turkey, the earthquake, and a lot of people lost a lot. Car galleries, gold shops, houses. It's also risk. So,
but isn't that supposed to be? I'm just asking from a point of, let's say, an investor. Now I'm not talking as a trader because now we've moved into investment.
By the way,
you can do risk management. You can check the region. Is there war?
Exactly.
Is there earthquakes? This is part of what? Of risk management, you know? But did you know there was going to be COVID?
No.
You see, this was one of the biggest.
People knew.
Okay.
Some people
but
knew.
how many people knew?
China.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, like my uncle's friend works as medical tool supplier. Suddenly he supplied shitload of things related to Corona, and people are like, "What are you doing?" And he was like, I felt like this is cheap thing to invest in, and I'm doing it.
Mask. Do you know how much people make from masks?
Bro.
From this, what you call it?
Sanitizers. Yeah.
People were fighting for tissues, bro.
But the thing that you mentioned right now, the risk free. So what I do mainly is real estate.
Okay.
And as a real estate person, I would never buy myself a house. I know that this is rule number 1 in real estate. Don't buy yourself a house unless you're like filthy rich, you're so comfortable, you have extra money, then go buy yourself a house. I would never buy myself a house because you're literally freezing your money.
Depends what you are going to do with that house. Are you just buying and waiting it to increase in the price so you can resell it, or you're renting
sell to
it?
resell or buy to resell? Yes, but like what I meant, I would never buy a house to live in it. Because
so where are you gonna live? Rent?
Yeah. Bro, the richest people, figures that I know in our country, they don't own houses. I mean, they own houses, but they're not living in it. They just put it for rent or for sale or for stuff like this. But they always rent it.
That's cool.
Like you mentioned, Elon Musk. Do you know how much his house costs now?
I don't have an idea.
No idea.
Was it $25,000 or $30,000? It's a bunker which you can just
yeah,
collect.
yeah.
I don't think I
He
invested in some
even
kind of
sold
house.
all his mansions just to.
For example, I'm gonna give you one so in that note. Do you know Michael Jordan? He still has an apartment that he can't sell up to today. He bought it for millions, customized it, and made all. Who's gonna buy that? Like Michael Jordan pool, Michael Jordan lounge, all that. So that house, I think it's been in the market for the past 10 years.
I know one person. James.
Yeah.
No, it was not James. It was Mike.
Yes.
Mike himself.
Yes.
Watch this episode. Watch this episode, and you'll know what I'm talking about.
So, small commercial break. It's not that we didn't offer our guy coffee,
I decided not to.
he's fasting.
I'm fasting. I don't have the choice.
He's fasting. Mr. Baktier also is fasting. May God accept your prayers.
Thank you so much. And on the way, I was thinking, after editing this episode, it will be released on the first day of Bayram.
Oh, 1st of April.
Yeah.
Mubarak, what?
Actually, it
Eight.
is
Eight.
30
Mubarak.
of March. 30th of
30th
March.
of March. Yeah, okay.
Eid Mubarak,
Eid
my
Mubarak
fellow guys.
to
Eid by
my
Allah.
Muslim brothers.
What do you say? How do you say Eid Mubarak in your languages?
Say.
Eid Mubarak?
Yeah.
We dominate. No, I'm just joking. We Arabs don't dominate. What you having, by the way, guys? Now that I can see cups, but I don't have
See
X-ray
anything?
vision.
I think this is the only time I'm gonna feel good
Say
in lying in front of a camera because there's no evidence.
there's no
So also, let me ask you a couple of questions about coffee as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, what is cupping?
Okay, so
It's a disgusting process if you're doing it with people.
Well, you are being honest.
yeah, we have to be, when roasters or people try and determine the quality of the coffee, the notes, to try and see. And that's also, it involves a lot of things, you can try and profile the beans.
Yeah.
You can try and find a certain flavor. We went for one, you remember?
Yeah.
There's only one that I had,
The
Colombia, El
Colombia,
Diviso.
El Diviso.
I'm like, nothing in this world can convince me that
It's your
this is
favorite
not
in a
El
way.
Diviso. Yeah, it's my favorite, yes.
Even my,
It's
even
cinnamon
my son,
fermented,
My
yeah.
son participated in it. Remember?
Yes.
So also, how coffee can affect on your mood?
I think it is a psychological thing. Look, for a person who goes through coffee for generation, I still think it is psychological.
Psychological?
You know the thing, don't talk to me until I have my cup of coffee. No.
I think coffee can actually, to be honest, in my own opinion, it's not been scientifically proven. But I think after you drink coffee, sometimes, you feel good, As you said, it can be psychological. But the one thing that it does to you is your brain becomes more attentive. Like you can alert, like, okay, now, and we've always talked about this, that people shouldn't try and get sober by drinking coffee. Have you ever seen these kind of things? Let me drink one coffee, maybe I'll be so. It doesn't help. You're drunk and now more alert. So you're drunk alert now.
Hyper drunk person.
Yes.
So what is your favorite coffee then?
My favorite coffee? What's my favorite coffee?
For me, I always go for Ethiopia. I don't know. I've tried different coffees.
No, I didn't get the question. Like
Coffee beans or coffee drink?
Drinks? Any?
coffee drink.
Like number one for you, like.
I always say the same. that's the superior version of coffee.
Of coffee. Let me tell you something that will surprise you guys. I'm more of an alcoholic person than a coffee person.
Amen.
But how can I say? This is a forced relationship, between me and
Love-hate relationship.
love-hate relationship, because coffee makes me money. Alcohol used to make me money, but now, to be honest, if you check even the stats, the alcohol consumption, especially in this generation now, Z, has dropped immensely.
Yeah.
Now the money is in coffee. You know.
So what is your favorite drink?
My favorite drink of bro.
Because I have a confession.
Okay, what's the confession?
I didn't like the coffee last time.
That's not my favorite.
It's not your favorite?
Yes.
Because
sorry for that. Number one, it's oat milk Spanish latte. It's not my favorite.
Oat milk Spanish latte. Because
Then
for a
you
couple
can
days I
take
was fasting and I was watching you drinking it. I'm like, I want to have that drink.
No.
Disappointed.
On this part now, I'm gonna blame it to the supplier. I'm not gonna mention name. We changed milk suppliers.
Okay.
You see, there is one that we normally use.
That's why
Me and
Sanur actually warned me yesterday.
Yes, exactly.
She told me
warned
it's
you.
not this brand.
It's not this
It
brand.
is this brand.
It is
And
brand,
I'm like,
exactly. So in my defense, just like how you've been trying to defend your grinder.
You almost killed my grinder.
And like, why are you not blaming the coffee? No, bro. That thing it's like a BMW. You know, it looks good, but practicality, man.
Don't. Okay, for me, I always throw this joke. I like my coffee like I like my man black.
Why are you gay?
Why are you okay? I like simple coffee.
What's your favorite coffee?
Americano, definitely.
Americano.
You should pay us a visit and I'll make you one good cup of coffee. You change your mind.
Okay.
No, she's tried it before.
I'm always here.
You remember how the pour over V60 we made for you brewed coffee?
Yeah, I
it's
remember.
much cleaner. She tried to like, it's better, but you know when she goes to other places,
In a rush.
It's different.
it's
Yeah.
different, you know.
I think mostly it's depending on which type they use, first of all. Okay, you can say common gen coffee, but it can be also different.
Watch this episode where Ives explained. Sometimes, you remember we're talking, I might buy beans from here.
We might buy beans from the same place.
Same place. And make it into different machines, different
Taste
water,
will be different.
different grind size. It will always taste differently.
No, it tastes differently. But there's always a method like you
Yeah.
can follow. Maybe the grams, the water you use. The water is the most important thing in coffee than anything else.
Or my golden rule, you might have the best machine, but the worst coffee, and you're gonna have
You see?
worst coffee.
So yeah, the
Coffee beans.
So, well, guys, once we were speaking about beans, what is specialty coffee?
It's called James Hoffman.
See you promoting a guy.
I am promoting James Hoffman.
So SPCA, Specialty Coffee Association, you know, I had to, because a lot of people ask me, what is SPCA? What is SPCA? This is what it is, you know. So now, specialty coffee, this is like the highest quality of beans that you can get, and they have to score above 80, you know, it's out
Okay.
80 and 100. So
On that note, watch out. Ives and I have some news.
so take over, Abdulrahman. Or
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't put it in the better words. Yeah, that the score, because you know everything has a certain grade, whether it
defects,
is
yeah.
a car, whether it is
There's A grade, for example, B grade, C grade, D grade, you know. So
so same goes for coffee.
yeah, in simple words. So
So
back to
making money, not spending money.
By the way,
before we dive in, guys, I've seen. Oh, okay. I'm not gonna, you know, this pie thing. I know my friends who are involved in pie.
okay, I can guess.
I know a few
I
people
can guess.
who invested in pie. You know, so
So actually, Pi Network is a cryptocurrency project which aims to make cryptocurrency mining
okay.
more easier just by using your mobile app. Yes.
Okay.
But unlikely like traditional cryptocurrency like Bitcoin, it doesn't require computing power. That's mean Pi Network, simply you can use your phone
To mine
and
it.
yes, to mine P coins through just by using your phone without wasting your battery life.
Energy. Okay.
Yes.
Because we were asking each other the other day, we were like, even if my phone is off,
It's still mining,
it's still mining.
which makes me skeptical.
Skeptical. Anyway, it's not today's topic.
Yes.
By
It's
the
not
way,
today's topic. Let's move on to
You said, by the way,
Yeah, by the way, guys, if anybody have any questions or have any curious about anything, you can leave in comment section below. I will come to answer all your questions.
And
Thank
in
you so
the
much.
description, I'm gonna add all of your contacts on social media.
Don't forget to subscribe, share, like, and
Comment.
the sheep and the lion.
Which one would you rather be?
Anyways,
There's a question that I have in my head for quite some time. I am a person, I want to dedicate my time and my resources for trading.
Okay.
Do you suggest that I drop out everything and focus on this one, or start it as a side hustle, and maybe with time, maybe it can be the main thing?
start it as a side hustle.
Well, actually, trading is the hardest way to make easiest money. But apart from that, in the beginning, maybe you will think that you have to leave everything and just concentrate in trading. But once you get mastered it, you will no longer need, you'll feel bored because actually main time you'll spend, okay, you'll do your analysis maybe 15-30 minutes. Then before you wait until price comes to your entry price, like buy price, you will just be there.
I like what you said. The
And
hardest way to make the easiest money.
yes.
Wow.
And also individually, we, for example, for each person, there is different types of trading as well. Do you want to be a day trader? Do you want to be a full-time investor, or you want just kind of scalping trader or swing trader? Scalping trader is like you can open a position, just trade 5 minutes, 30 minutes, just take your money, finish everything, and just go wherever to do. Take care of your family, go to have dinner with your friends. You have very much freedom. It doesn't mean that you have to link yourself and close inside your house or room with your laptop. And besides from that, also, as I said, swing trade is for more longer. Sometimes it might take even 3 days, 1 week. It depends again. But that ones will give you like higher percentages. Because scalping, maybe this is in the future trading, by the way, in the cryptocurrency. Also in Forex, you can do this as well. It depends again. If everything depends in your knowledge and which analysis you are doing. If your analysis shows to you now it's good opportunity to do scalping, you can go for it. If you see no, this price is going to wow pump, you can go for it. For example, many people knew that once Trump, for example, hit $75, they have to close the deal. Whatever you gain, just take it. But the most people, they are being greedy. They want more, more, more. Then they say, then profit is dropping. They don't stop even there. That's why they don't have risk management. They don't have strategy. They don't know anything, no knowledge. That's why it's caused them the losses.
Wouldn't you say that for those people that you just mentioned now, that you should take strategy? Don't you think they're also taking another risk as well?
Forward.
Maybe it might, sometimes when the market is unpredictable, maybe they think there's going to be a turn in the market, maybe there's going to be a sharp rise. But some of them, I'm not talking about the people that are trying to recover their money. I'm talking about the people who just says, okay, right now everyone will be selling because maybe there's going to be a rise. I don't know what you call it.
You have to understand that whatever is pumping hard also will dump hard.
Whatever goes up,
Yes.
yes.
There is always ups and downs. It's like, you have to understand it's like our regular life. One day can be good, another day can be bad. You understand? One day we can be happy, another day we can be sad. It's almost the same, like
There
in
was this
cryptocurrency.
app that shows you the biggest investors, what they're investing in, and all that you have to do is mimic them, and like just do what they're doing. It went viral. What was it?
Yeah, I saw
Copy
it.
trading?
Torrent, whatever. It went viral very fast, and that dropped very fast. Because if all the people are investing to the same place, I feel like, as you said it, when you flood the market, it drops the value.
Of course, yeah. This
Of
is
course.
in life also, bro. Right now, for example, there is coffee. You wanted coffee, you're craving coffee. Let's say after fasting, there's up to a certain amount that you can take in coffee, even if it's for free. even if they say, come, take Ferraris, for example, take as much as you want. How many can you drive? You know?
Yeah.
It's when something is too much, as I said, with information, you know?
Yeah. Final question on that note. Do you think trading or Forex is for everyone? Anyone can be in it?
Mostly it depends because I have had a lot of students I was mentoring. I have been having people who is already okay in their life. They just wanted to have some knowledge.
Yeah.
Yes, it was hard for them to understand because that is not what they really want to do all the time. But I had the students even lost money. They was investing in trading. Of course, they multiple them funds very well, like because of the great knowledge. Because me also, I was spending a lot of time. I was, as I told before, I was passing through a lot of courses. I got scammed. I didn't give up like most people. First time they might just find one group. They will just pay, let's say, $100. They will get scammed. They say, finish, crypto is scam.
Yeah.
You understand? You shouldn't give up. And then
So it's also a journey of trial and error.
exactly.
You'd say that you can't separate, because sometimes when you do something, you know, I don't think you really know what you want to do, but you've got like a vision. Your vision is to make money. You know, I want to come to you right now. I want to cross over to you now. But we don't know what obstacles you're going to. The route is so simple, from point A to point B. But inside, you're going to meet things that you thought, just like starting a business. You know, you're a business owner, you know. It seems easy. I'm going to open my office.
Of course.
So whatever knowledge and data, because people want to think it in a different way. They want to apply it like how you apply it in your life. If you're already a business owner, how risky are you willing to take? How much risk are you willing to take? How far are you going to try? Being consistent and trying new things, trying new strategies. Okay, now I'm speaking like a trader, but guys, I'm not
You
a
know,
trader.
actually,
Not from the best.
there is something in common. You have to want it because you guys want the coffee. You always try to mix something with something to, you know, sometimes you must spend 15, 30, even 1 hour to do some type of coffee. You are looking for new flavors, new beans or whatever. It's the same in trading as well. If you really want, not only one mentor will not change your life. Like you have to do more researches. I don't know, read the books, go to
Watch
watches. Like the mostly people mistaken. The most of people say, "Why I have to come or learn from somebody? I will just go and learn from YouTube." But guys, come on. If you, once you will be more professional and you watch all those YouTube videos, the most of them they're after views. They're not after teaching you something. Wow.
I learned this. There is no such thing valuable is for free.
Exactly.
For example, I'm going to give another example that might be aligned with this. Baristas, when they come in looking for a job, they're like, I can learn this in 2 days. You know, for example, coffee art. I told them, no one in this world can teach you coffee art. It's like me saying, I'm going to teach my baby how to walk.
Yes.
You know, you can do as much cups of coffee. You know,
can.
it takes some people 2 years, it takes some people 3 years, takes some people 1 year to start walking. But at the end of the day, you by yourself as a child, you're gonna say, okay, now let me keep on try fold until you do it at the end. So I think with trading also, it's almost similar, you know.
What is the misconception? Now this is my final question. What is a misconception?
Have your questions been answered the way you wanted?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
So a misconception that you always hear and like face about cryptocurrency or trading generally.
You know, basically, when we are doing researches, the most of cryptocurrency is made actually to take your money, not to go along with you. And also, the most of them, they don't have that fundament and they don't have the team. They just created just to take everyone's funds or take data to resell it and benefit from it. So that's why I'm saying always research before you will invest even any funds, even $110. And mostly you have to be very careful about like shit coins. They call it shit coins because it's unpredictable actually, because you never know who is buying when they're selling, or even who is the owner of that
Yes.
coin, right? Because once you are buying, they might not allow you to sell.
Allow you to
Yes.
sell, exactly.
Yeah.
Or they might allow you to sell 10%, maybe. But as what happened with Pi, actually. Since they promised 2021, it's 2025. So where is it? Like, people tired of waiting. That's why maybe it's dropped 30%.
So for all those looking to make money, to $1,000 into
$1 million.
no. 1 million is not money anymore. Into 10 million.
And if you want to turn $10 into 10 million,
Check the description below.
check the description below. We don't have the answer.
Yeah.
So final advice,
Okay.
closing advice.
Okay.
What do you suggest? Generally, first thing pops up in your head.
Educate yourself, let me say.
That's nice.
Because knowledge is everything. It will cause you loss, also it will cause you to profit a lot.
Nice.
Yes.
Said by the master herself.
Thank you guys. It was nice to spend time with you.
Thank you
It
so
is nicer
to have you. It's an honor to have you on Diverse Brew.
And
Lastly, I would like to thank our sponsors. What's this, guys?
What? Hypothetically,
Mhm.
like now the podcast is okay. Let's say like we have 2,000, 3,000 views, 2,000 above subscribe. It blooms, and I'm like, we want to have a coin, Diverse Brew coin.
What do you mean?
She's having her own coin also.
No, I mean, do you suggest like, for example, a channel that's working very successful, YouTube channel working successfully,
Because you know
they
why?
want to have their own coin.
Sorry to cut you. Do you know why we always try different topics to see which one is going to engage
For that
Okay,
episode.
I get you.
most people, and then now we're gonna see what we can really
Okay.
concentrate in.
Okay.
Because now we're just
Okay, I get you. Actually, it's not easy to have the coin. That's another thing. And it needs not small funds to be invested also to have the coin. And also there is a question, do you want your own...
this is not part of the podcast, yeah?
Yeah.
It is part of the podcast.
Okay.
Okay, because definitely you've heard this. Haktua. Is she in jail or she's going to jail?
I think she was in jail, but she was not the one who was doing it.
I
By the way,
Because-
guys, you have to be careful with it because somebody might use your name and do these kind of things and scam other people.
Mr. Batir, have you invested in any cryptocurrency? Your son is gonna ask you, why did you?
Why didn't you invest?
This is Abdulrahman's biggest fear, man. It's not
Like losing your time.
Where's your mic today, sir? We bought you a mic.
By the way, actually, the way he was saying he will regret when his son will grow and then he'll ask, Daddy, why you didn't invest in crypto or whatever?
Daddy, why
Actually-
didn't you buy land?
Like
I was
we're asking,
checking-
right?
I'm not gonna mention names. We're checking how much her father bought land in Zimbabwe, like in the 1970s. Bro, 5-acre plot, that's about 5 dunum, I think, here. For fucking $600, bro.
And now?
Now that same land is 100K plus,
Yeah.
just the land, So the generation before us, you got us into this mess.
So you are about to say this?
Yeah, so actually, like, first of all, all the time there is something new is coming out.
Sure.
I believe there is something else is going to come out. It will be even better than cryptocurrency, but we don't know yet because if you will throw yourself like 10 years behind, then you will see what's going on. Nobody knew that cryptocurrency is going to be boomed by 2025, for example.
Yeah.
You understand? So there is another things every day coming out. So basically let's say before how people was trading, give me a sheep, I will give you, I don't know, floor or something.
Yeah.
Or there was exchanging shells, then it came gold and silver.
I think I can predict what's gonna happen.
That's good.
Elon Musk is going to fly to Mars and he's going to pick up a stone and he's going to make it into a currency. Whoever has this coin, this stone, can use it because it's rare.
So guys, if you want me more here, just leave any comments. Let's see. Depending on that, we'll see are we meeting next or not.
All right.
Okay.
And yeah, again, Eid Bayramlar, Eid Mubarak, and invest into your health. Watch out. Actually, a healthy person is a wealthy person,
Yes. Before everything else, invest into yourself.
right?
Of course.
Before even health, invest into, because investing in yourself is investing into money, it's investing in health, it's investing in
Yes.
mindset change, or yeah, you know.
course.
Guys, I'm not a motivational speaker. Let me just shut up.
Watch this episode. Watch episode. How you and I were talking about motivation, whether it is a scam or not. Because I think it is. So,
Adios. Thank you.
Okay.